Hey, what's up? I'm Caleb with New Vine Records, and I'm here interviewing Alex Cano. We just had the pleasure of doing a live stream with him in the studio. Yeah, how's it going, Alex?
Great, man.
It's
This was a pleasure.
yeah, it was so great having you.
Thank you.
You just
Likewise.
came out with an album last year, right?
Yes.
Every Rise of the Sun. How's that?
It's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out June 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So we're working on new stuff now.
Yeah.
Already, but we had we backed it with like a full U.S. tour, and it's been a great time since then for sure.
Yeah.
Up until the pandemic, of course.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you about that. Just like how has that affected you as you're mostly full-time artist?
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. So how has that affected you in that sense, financially? And then even like, because you play out so much, I'm sure like not being able to play out, not being able to go to your job has had to have taken like a mental toll of some
Yeah.
kind. So
definitely.
how has that been for you in that sense?
Well, yeah, it's definitely a hit, obviously. Yeah, I'm a full-time musician. My bandmates are too, and so many of my friends. So yeah, it's of course been a hit financially. The way the music market is kind of set up today.
Yeah.
So much of your actual revenue that you make in this industry are from live shows and on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But really, even bigger than that, like you're saying, it's just, yeah, for sure. Mentally, it's just, we're all doing this because we love this, and we're all doing this because, I can really speak myself. Like I'm addicted to being on the road, and I love traveling, and I love playing shows and meeting people and having those connections. And it's tough. It's like a whole part of yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It was really something special watching you tonight, because this is, I think, the second time I've watched you perform live. The first time was at, I think, Porch Fest.
Oh, cool, man.
But like you can tell from your live performance just how much it means to you and how passionate you are in it, because like like anyone can sit down with their guitar and play songs for a little bit, but like it was super engaging, and like I can feel that it is your life. So you said you're working on new stuff.
Yeah.
What does that look like, either just with the pandemic, or has the pandemic changed that?
I'm excited to put that into song, just because that's kind of the way that and I guess pretty much anybody who's writing songs, is kind of the way you deal with things, the ups and downs,
Right.
And make something of them, and that's kind of the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the curse part, I guess I'd say, with the pandemic is just it's a really overwhelming time, and I think a lot of great stuff, obviously raw emotion, positive or negative, definitely helps spark ideas.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you're just mentally and emotionally completely drained, overwhelmed, that burnout, then it gets tough to buckle down and really finish stuff that you're proud of. You kind of find yourself having a lot to say and struggling to find the words to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you feel that way too,
Yeah.
writing, but
Yeah.
I felt a bit that way. So I have a ton of new musical ideas, a bunch of one-liners
Mm-hmm.
and concepts and stuff. So I feel like, I'm a big seasonal writer. This is probably not healthy, but like
Yeah.
seasonal depression, definitely big 8 for songwriting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Wintertime's on its way.
yeah, it's about that time. Like
Yeah.
I'm a big, like, if I'm not on the road, I like to kind of buckle down and just go for a bunch of hikes in the cold and write.
Yeah.
So.
For a lot of people, there's been a lot of downs. Like I can say this has been like one of the hardest years of my life. I can pick out certain things that have been really good, but like it definitely has been a hard year.
Yeah.
And so like I can see how that can be overwhelming, as far as like, yeah, I have so much to say, but I don't know how to get it from like here to
Yeah, because you want to
here,
say the right thing too.
Right.
And at the end of the day, half of the battle with songwriting obviously is expressing something that you've gone through for the cathartic effect, or to make peace with it, but also you're not trying to sit there and write just to complain.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, you want to take, if let's say you're coming from a tough place, at least my goal is I want to take something, find some resolve, and then use that, you know, as an inspirational message or a message of resilience, or, you know, obviously we're not alone. Everybody's going through this right now, and you find a responsibility as an artist to say the right thing to pick people up right now. And
but like playing live music, because obviously that is a huge part of who you are, and you know, part of your job as a musician is playing live and playing the songs that you like poured your heart and soul into. And you spoke about like that cathartic part of it is when you are playing those same songs over and over, do you find it difficult to play those songs that once were so cathartic? Are they still cathartic, or do they become more cathartic? Like how does that work,
man? Yeah, I mean, I don't get tired. I don't really get tired of playing songs. I get excited to play new songs for sure, you know, because it's just fun to deepen your catalog and be able to switch it up.
Right.
But we try, obviously, as a band, and even myself solo, like I always try to do things to shake up songs that I have and play them differently, or, you know, extend things, you know, segue things differently and kind of keep it fun. But yes, in terms of things changing meaning, that's definitely a thing. And sometimes it's funny, you write a song about one thing and then you start to reinterpret it entirely, and that's interesting because that wasn't the original thing at all. And that's kind of what's fun about that is when you think about any listener, you know, the beauty of songwriting is you put something out and anybody can interpret a song in any different way and relate to it. And it's, I think what gets really fun is talking to people about, you know, songs, whether you've written them or a song that somebody else has written that you may enjoy and somebody else enjoys, and just like the differences of what that means to you and what that means to another person, what that means to the next person. Like, that's what's really cool. I mean, you know, like even in my own writing process, like I don't think I ever write any one song about one really total specific thing. I kind of like that sometimes. Like every song out of the gate even tells a number of stories.
It leaves that room for discussion with people, and discussion is what draws people in, and not only gets people talking about what you're doing, but also like it creates a community. People who talk about the same things together, it creates a community. And
totally.
Like that's what art and music, live music is for, is that creating a community of people that feel similarly about things or feel passionate about similar things.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, I only had one more question, and that was just how your wedding was.
Oh God. I'm not married, guys. So what Caleb's referencing is I got to New Vine today, and I got to town with my girlfriend, and I came in here, and he's like, Alex, I thought you were married. And no, I'm not. What happened was my girlfriend's mother got remarried to actually a really good friend of mine named Glenn. I've known for some time. I love her very much. I'm very happy for them. Sam, my current girlfriend, posted a picture of us, and it said wedding day, but it didn't say mom's wedding day. It was just a quick thing from the wedding, and she hadn't posted any other pictures from that wedding. So a lot of people started reaching out on Facebook and saying congratulations. Obviously, you can imagine a number of people, specifically those close to both of us, had a lot of questions to ask, like, why did I not know about this?
When did this happen?
I felt bad because, like, my buddy's wife, like, I was his best man at his wedding. We have, like, a pact, like a best man thing.
Yeah. Yep. I have the same thing with my buddies.
With two of my friends. And his wife was like, congratulations. And I'm like, oh, my God, Mo's going to think I broke the pact. Like, I didn't even invite him.
That's so like the bro code. You
so
kill it.
We had an overwhelming outpour of support, which was very nice. And then we had to break the news to everyone that it was actually Sam's mom.
Well, at least now you know if and when the time ever comes, you have everyone's full support.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, and with that, I just want to thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, go check out Alex on Spotify, on Apple Music, or just go to his website and buy music straight from him.
Yeah, I've got CDs and stuff. Too.
Yeah, just
I'm about to order a bunch of vinyl. So
go buy his vinyl.
So stay tuned, guys. Probably early 2021. It takes a little bit, but we're putting it in that order.
That's the best way that you can support him during these times, and watching his live streams. And yeah, thanks so much for
thank you all at New Vine here for having me. This is an amazing place to create music, and thank you for allowing me to do that here. It's an absolute pleasure, man.
Pleasure for us too. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, peace.